Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your general reading here for May 2021. This is for Scorpio and energy, and that's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any kind of placement, basically. And you know the drill. Take what resonates with you, leave behind the rest. Never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. Right, what are we going to do here? We are going to start by pulling out the tarot to look into the month of May. I cannot stress enough, this is a monthly reading. So we look into problematique and your attitude and all of that. We look into that, starting with the tarot, right? As it will unfold in May and your strengths and all of that. Then I will lay out the archetype. I'm so dramatic here. The archetype. No, when I pull out the archetypes, we add an additional layer to the reading, right? That goes a bit deeper and looks into the underlying energies. So the reading goes deep. If there are messages there, right, meaning that, take what you want from that layer and leave behind the rest, okay? It's just to say because it can go a little deep. So with that being said, let's get started. I also have clarifications and keywords if I need, and I have a soul lesson that I have been following at the end of each reading, and then I have engaged in a debate with that soul lesson, so that's gonna be interesting. Let's see what we have for you here, all right? I hope you're doing amazing and splendid, my darlings. And also remember, if you like the content, please like. I would appreciate your support. Scorpio. Show me Scorpio for May. Scorpio in May here. Show me the Scorpio in May. Show me... Oh, really got off. Find a better sitting position here. Scorpio in May. Scorpio in May. A better bra as well. God, sorry. It's just something nagging me. You know, I was like nagging. It's like, ow, ow, ow. Ow, it's really nagging. Alright. Scorpio in May. Scorpio in May. That was completely... You didn't need to know that. Scorpio in May. It has temperance. I know, sorry. Crossed by Page of Swords. Scorpio in May. The Sun. And in the recent past, we have the Tower in reverse. That's a good tower. We like that tower. And coming up here, we have the World. Oh, Scorpio. I want to hug you. But then we have a Seven of Swords up here in the coming up for you. We will deal with that. I'm a Capricorn. We will eat them for lunch, maybe. Your attitude, Page of Cups. Surround you, Three of Swords, or we will talk. Page of Wands there, and we have Knight of Wands there, and Three of Cups. So we will probably have a little heart-to-heart conversation here, won't we? When we look at this Three of Swords as what's going to happen here, or what will affect you in this situation, right? There are good news and there are bad news. Of course there is. In the center of the spread, we have the temperance. So, what is temperance about? What is temperance? Well, it's, as you already heard, it's balance. It's actually far more, as an energy, balanced than the justice. Justice has a lot to do with being able to look at things from both sides, being fair, making fair decisions. Justice has a lot to do with decisions and relationships and all of that. Seeing yourself clearly, seeing other people clearly, making just decisions. Temperance has a lot to do with, taking those decisions and putting them into practice. Temperance here, as you can see, it has that same scale, almost holding that scale, but that little tiptoe is in the water as well. What that water represents, that little pool that he has his water in, which is also you will see depicted in many in the tarot in terms of the star energy, and well, the pool itself as a representation of the collective society, the environment that you live in, right? It's basically being grounded in reality. When you see, so you can think of a justice as that which you sit up here and you look at with an equal perspective of everything that's going on here. Looking, weighing up and down. This is then related to then put your foot down into the pool here and also standing on ground. It's making and actualizing those decisions. But so it's about balance, it's about temper, it's about understanding responsibilities that you have in life and making it work here, right? It's having very reflective skills, and it's crossed by curiosity here. Now we have 3 pages here in this one reading of 10 cards. 1 page more and you are going back to school, okay? One page more and you were going back to school. Now let's look, which page don't we have? We have a page of cups, we have a page of wands, and we have a page of swords. We do not have the student here. The only one lacking is the page of pentacle, which is the student, which is that of investing in time. We have the speaking of truth, right? So with temperance and crossed by the page of swords, I get an energy here of staying silent. That's also temperance. Maybe it's twisted. Temperance can be staying quiet just for the sake of no drama, because temperance is also a dramatic energy. When things are not tempered, things will get everywhere, right? So that's drama. But there's also a sort of balance in, in speaking up, and that's what I really get here. That was what we're gonna see happening here. In that, is it good to always just stay silent, just to accommodate to other people? It's a question, right? You got to remember you're talking to someone here who has, part Capricorn, part Aquarius, apparently. But I have that in me. Maybe it's because I was raised by an Aquarius, who is a Capricorn Aquarius. Well, I have that in me, so it's always about, we fucking speak. Get beaten halfway, but you speak. And then we stay silent. That's actually true, that stay silent. I don't know, it's a journey there, but do we stay silent? Do we speak? But are there situations where we should speak? The strong Aquarian energy is actually popping through here now, because that's one of the lessons there. Alright, sorry, back to your reading, sorry. It's just, it popped up, right? Take what you want from it. The truth there is a question here. I also get communication style. 3 pages is immaturity. Is a situation here. There's a lot of immaturity surrounding you here in May, Scorpio. Also from within yourself, right? See, now I look up here and we have the world. The world is the father. Yes, we say Emperor is the father, yes, but in terms of astrology, it's Saturn, and Saturn is the father. That is that of putting an end. If Saturn is in the world, is the end of the journey. It's a very mature energy. You run into the world, and you're going to be in a long-term committed. Saturn sets down restrictions, right? But when he does so, he also brings something good with him. For instance, such as peace. There can be calmness in peace. But I still, and that's what I get as a major theme here for this month. Peace. Oh my God, I should really, I'm sorry if you're really gonna get long, but I really get this. It's one of those, right? So peace. I get almost like an intervention here, possibly taking place, because there's a lot of immaturity here that needs to be addressed. So in the recent past, we have a tower in reverse. That is avoiding the tower. You avoided the tower, now there is peace. But at the expense of what? We will look into that. I see you here with the Page of Cups. That's a sweetness, that's a kindness. It's also an immaturity within yourself, that it doesn't really align with the energies that I see here, especially in terms of how you see it happening. You see it appearing as very mature. You don't show up as it. You show up as a Page of Cups. But it's also good as a Page of Cups. That's Elsa Scorpio. Yes, let's throw in a little Danish there. Elsa. No. Seriously, no. Oh God, stop. Scorpio. It is this actually very silly energy of being in love. That's the page. But the Page's Cups also has her back turned here. She doesn't really want to face. I don't want to look at you. It's that it's the silliness, love. Which is cool when you just met and you were a little coy, like tee. But if you it's not really a way of communicating. If you want to communicate about, let's buy a house together. I don't know, what do you want tee? It's like, I know a few people who would be turned off by that, me included. It really depends on the situation that we're talking about here, right? Now, when I see what it is that you're hoping for, right? is the Page of Wands, Scorpio. So you have the Page. You know what, Scorpio, for some of you, it's because you have love for someone here. You hoping to go out on a date once in a while, or maybe, you know, spend time together. Page of Wands is having fun. That's what you're hoping for. You show up as the page here. You may have I really get as though you have a crush here. And prepare. Yeah. But you're not talking about it. That's keeping peace. It's basically having a crush on someone and not talking about it. Well, guess what? It's being stolen from you. No, it's not stolen. It's being sneaking away. We will see what happens with the archetypes, right? We have, let's just pull out things here. We have a Three of Swords and a Sun and a Knight of Wands. So it's a Three of Swords and a Seven of Swords. You can guess what's gonna happen if you know tarot. Somewhere here, you're gonna see something here is gonna hurt you. All right, it might actually be a third-party situation, but I get you doing Scorpio, and you may engage with the. It's okay. It's okay. You know, we will look into it, right? I'm still seeing the strength in this situation will be to have clarity of a situation here, where you got to be mindful that you're not being deceived here, right? But we will look into it. It might also, yeah, I will see. We will see where it plays out, right? We have child leaving the nest. Show me 2 more keywords, and then we pull out the other. Pro-social teammate. I will do my best. No. And we have thriving. And then we have here gratitude and appreciation, will citizen, no narcissism, and all that. It is basically child leaving the nest. It's about growing up. Now, in good news here, I really get as though, Scorpio, I pick up on you being kind. And that I really, 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 really appreciate about your energies here. Right? See, I want leaving the nest, parent-child relationship, learning new roles in life related to creating a safe foundation, growing up and learning independence. That's really the overall energy here about growing up. And it starts from you starting to speak here, right? But I really get as though you are very considerate and you don't run over other people. You don't, yeah. And you are very positive, yeah, in a good, and you want to share. It's just that we get this balance here about it not happening at the expense of yourself. But let's see. All right, it may be that you're very trusting, and that's a beautiful capacity to have to trust. All right, is it this almost naivety? There we have the cave as what we have with the temperance. What is the cave? It's the man cave. It's the peaceful place. It's where you go to find peace, honestly. Let's just pull out the energies here. The flame. Good. What we have in the past there. The animal. Yeah, you didn't actually. It's almost like you had better impulse control this time. I want to say this time you had good impulse control. That's good. Yeah. It's actually good energies for the present here, going into May and starting May. It's good energies. Here we go. I'm just who the fuck does? All right, let's see here. Yeah, I also get that you're a little passionate, wanting something there. Passionate, let's say it like that. Anyway. There's let's just put it clearly. There's something here that you want. You want it. I see you having held back in the past, this tower being avoided. You have not danced with the devil. But I also get there's a urge within you that you are actually suppressing. Right? But you avoided a tower moment doing so, but something else here. I mean, is there... You know what? No, we'll leave a tower. Let's leave the tower there past. In all cases, I'm seeing, it's still part of you, right? That urge which has been repressed is still here. You, throughout the month here, you will continue to just keep cool, calm, collected. Cool, calm, collected. You are very, very balanced within yourself. How are you going to do it? You're going to go into your man cave, your woman cave, and just take a deep breath and connect to the collective energy. You're going to think outside yourself. You're very pro-social. you get a big salute for that. Because that's good. You are thriving. You are good, Scorpio. You are good. You're good. Okay? What is crossing you is, however, I get communication. I also, with the flame here. Let's look into that. Show me that challenge there. I mean, are you a kindergarten teacher or what? Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacle. Could actually be a dynamic outside here. Someone, a friend or someone like that, that doesn't have a lot of compassion and empathy, and I don't know, there's something here about want your answer for their path. I don't know. Let's see how that plays out. There's something here. Yes, I do see communication being a challenge with someone returning. So it's a friend, right? It's a friend. There will be times where you will feel as though you should tell them something, speak to them. It could have to do with the way they come in and out, in and out. Reliable, non-reliable, long-term, 10 of Pentacle here, long-term goals, long-term ambitions. Where we go? Where is this? What is this? Yeah, I see that being a challenge. I see there being silence in terms of that. That's because we have here not wanting to ask for anything. But I'm also getting here, I don't know if this is you or someone you're dealing with, someone here who has a tendency to ask without giving, or they want. Alright. First and foremost, I get here within you almost like a reluctance to give freely. Or you should give and ask for anything in return. That's what I get here. You don't want to ask and then expect to get something in return. That is a bit of a challenge there, right? You may not want to come off as needy. Is it that? But it's because it happens because that energy is within you. Does that make sense? You have it within you that sometimes you want quick solutions. You just want it to happen here and now. You don't want to put in the work. It's a dreamer. Because what if you were to ask for something and what you got in return was not what you wanted? Yeah. Show me this Page of Cups here. There's a lot of childish energy here. Show me that Page of Cups. 8 of Wands, yeah. 7 of Pentacles. And the Temperance. You acting on your impulse control, but inside it's not very controlled. Right? There is this father-daughter relationship or something like that. It's like a daddy. Doesn't that make sense? Alright, I don't know how that works. I can't comment on it, and I'm not even interested in exploring it. So we have here, the world that we have up here is something that appears as something that is not. It's the Magician manifesting. I don't know if you're manifesting a travel. You could be manifesting a travel. Everything screams travel. Magician, Wheel of Fortune, and Chariot. Everything screams forward movement. It screams having fun. Alright? That is probably what we see here. But it's almost as though there's something magical occurring here. Wanting it to happen. Without talking about it. I don't have no idea how that works. Your hopes and fears is the Page of Wands, and it does have the kiss underneath. It's physical. There's something here, physical nature, you really would like. It's like being touched in a... Can you please? No. That I do not want to engage with. Forget it. There's a limit to what I will sit here and see. No. Alright. Alright, stop it. We have the Emperor, and we have the Three of Cups, and we have the Six of Pentacles. And then we have the Magic Wand. Okay, that's this. Just stop it. Alright, there's just limits. Okay. So it's still... It's stuck. It's the Scorpio. There's something about that. It's just, I can't. It's the young one and the old. You know, it's that I don't. All right, I can't. Sorry. Yeah. Right. The spark of inspiration, can we just call it that? The spark of inspiration is really desired here. And it might be with someone you see as a friend or whatever. It's not being spoken about, and I don't want to know more. So we have this Three of Swords. That's gonna happen here somewhere down the line. See, the challenge here is that please be mindful you don't fall for someone that's not available. Let's just say it like that. Show me this Three of Swords. There we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Star, and we have the Lovers. Right. It's actually not that bad. What we pick up on here is that now we have going back to fucking school. Alright, Scorpio. This is now comes reality. Somewhere down the line here in May, reality is gonna strike in here, right? I'm actually feeling I'm feeling better now. Because, like, Scorpio, no. It's okay to be a dreamer. I support the dreamer. I absolutely do. I support that you're happy. I support that you're pro-social here. But let's kick the child out of the nest. But that's also what you're hoping for. You're hoping to be kicked out. You're hoping for this. You want this maturity. Right? I see. You want this maturity. You show up as the crone, which is the one who lives on the outskirts of society. She's the widower, or she's the witch, she's sage, whatever. It's someone she's basically the Queen of Swords, okay? And then shows up here with the world. This is a maturity level. That's a high maturity level. I see you manifesting it. Why are you manifesting this level of maturity? Because you want to move fucking forward, all right? So you're manifesting. That's your reality. You're doing it, however, in a way where you're not really asking for, because you don't want anything to come in return. But you guess what? It's coming. It's coming. So what's gonna happen? It's gonna hurt you. Why is it going to hurt you? Because it doesn't have to be that someone's gonna break your heart. It's a decision that will be made. When Saturn comes with the discipline, the sword. This Three of Swords comes following the Two of Swords. The total Two of Swords is sitting here not wanting to see things clearly, right? When the Three of Swords is the decision that's been made, that brings things into clarity. It puts things into boxes. That's what Saturn does. And you're already hoping for this Emperor here, right? To bring you this touch, the divine touch. You may expecting it sexually, well, you know, maybe, I don't know. But guess what? That divine touch is coming. The masculine that you're praying for, but you know what the masculine energy does? Doesn't have to be a man here. We're talking about the masculine energy. It's a decision. All decision can be rather painful when you grow up, right? Think of growing up is painful. Why? Because that sword, there's the sword of the father, comes down here and cuts that, we call it the string from the mother to the navel, something, I don't know. That cord, cuts the cord to the mum. That's what the sword does. And that's when you have screaming, it's painful. You separate fantasy from body. You separate yourself from that fantasy land almost. You know, but you know it fucking sucks growing up. It hurts. There's things you gotta let go of. that's when reality comes in. It's painful. And I do see a tendency to take things very light-hearted, look at it from a fun perspective, not wanting to deal with it, but not wanting to deal, it's coming, whether you want it or not, right? Something you took light-hearted will come here, this truth, learning here, maybe, yeah, going back to the start here, finding of the tools here needed, you manifesting it, things are being revealed. This, as I see, we see the sword, we see the knife. I mean, look, we have knowledge, that's gnosis. We have nectar, which is the oil, the room, you know, the oil for the engine that makes things going, is love, whatever. There we have that womb, as I just said, going back to the womb. We have the mystics, things being revealed. Who reveals it? The sword that cuts. Maybe that was a coincidence, I don't know. But I see you not wanting, I do see a tendency to want to engage with Fantasyland. It's okay. It's okay wanting to see the world from the way you want to. And I'm not going to sit here and scream at you, even though you can see the father in me would really like to. But, yeah. I am seeing the Page of Pentacles. Now we go back to school. Why are you going back to school? Because you're being pushed into your path. Right? Oh, sneeze. Right. Pardon. You're being sent to your path here. And what is that path? No, it's not the Lovers. It's the... Why does he have... Right, it's actually okay, because I have it in the big deck and the small deck, and every time this Lover shows up, right, he has a very hairy butt. But in the small deck, it definitely shows up as a very hairy butt. Now it still shows up as a hairy butt, but you know, it's still more, you can see the shadow there, but it still looks like someone who needs a shave. I'm so sorry. I'm so... But actually, yeah. So this Lovers have to do with a choice to be made, right? It's about that growing up, and also about learning to communicate. That's what happens. Yeah, the decision is being made. I want to show you something quickly here. Do you remember what I said with the Temperance about having a foot in the collective pool? There you have it as well. Having a foot in the collective pool here. Right? Is an enlightenment in ways that are, yes, it's about in higher spots where you have see things from a bigger perspective, but at the same time being down, and then being able to pull up, to look at things from a higher perspective, pull down, get into reality. Yeah, the box here, things are gonna come out to light. It's happiness in here, right? It's maybe painful, but it's always a truth hurt, but it's also peace there. It's not so, yeah, it's truth. The sun here is truth, right? Yes. But that then brings the torch of enlightenment to your path. Now let's get to what I really did not want to see, which is the Queen and the Seven of Swords. What's going to happen here? Your strength is to, by the way, to put things into boxes. Show me that. Seven of Swords. We have Eight of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Pentacles. We have Three of Swords. Hello there, Casanova. And we have Six of Wands. It's a Casanova. I swear to God, I love this deck. Look at the colors screaming through this Three of Swords. That's not the best. Guys, we have a betrayed queen here, right? We have a betrayed queen. The queen is betrayed when she shows up like this. She's also not very... she doesn't have a lot of dignity and grace. She basically... she puts up with a lot of shit she shouldn't be putting up with, right? The queen... this is Cersei from you know, the Game of Thrones, who was a queen who started up as having dreams and then turned completely mad because of being wounded, right? She's probably the best example of a Queen of Swords, but gone wrong, right? Oh, an Empress gone wrong. Anyway, guys, we have Seven of Swords. I see something here being deceitful, right? This is a Casanova. There's a Casanova here. I can't really say it otherwise. There's a Casanova. Scorpio, I'm sorry. And it sucks. A tower was avoided here. But someone here has passions. So I see someone here working very diligently, possibly on their work. I mean, they could, if it's not Casanova, could be. It doesn't have to be the end all be all. Oh, you know, yes, end all be all, definitely not. But it doesn't have to be the end of the world. If we're not going to look at this as a Casanova, then we're definitely looking at it as someone here who is not paying attention to you, but they know how to work you enough to get what they want, and then that's it. And that's deceitful. I see someone being deceiving here, right? They're deceitful. Most likely outcome, and especially in terms of the path forward here. Would they work with you? Yes, but they can't really communicate with you right now. Not right now. And then I see you being, because you want to believe the best in them, because you're so beautiful. You give them that, right? And then comes this, at some point here, you will start seeing things clearly here, right? Show me this here. There was all this light is already here, right? The light is already here. 4 of Pentacle, 9 of Cups, 5 of Pentacle. Be mindful that you're not investing into a loss already, right? Just look at things realistically. But I'm seeing you don't want to. So, you know, I can't really force you to do anything. Most likely outcome, Knight of Wands with the Venom in reverse. That is negative emotions. That's negative emotions, and that may stem from having feeling as though you have been poorly treated. 2 of Pentacle and Knight of Cups, no, Knight of Wands, and the Strength, and the 6 of Swords, and the Tower, and the Sun. Things come out into the clear here that it may not be. Yeah, let the pain guide you. New responsibilities, life. Bad education. Bad education literally showed up there. Right. In all cases, right. I see that your work might actually something here may show up in work where love may not be the best thing to deal with right now, but there is still there's something here, whatever's gonna happen here somewhere down May, where someone really gonna disappoint you, right? It's going to be difficult for you to find dignity, to find strength. We have strong Leo energy. Pisces and Leo has shown up like none other in the readings today. So I'm just seeing you being struggling here a little bit with anger issues, okay? That's what I want to say, anger issues. But not because I mean, there would be a reason for it here. Something here is just not changing. There's something here you don't see, in that someone here is not opening up. They're not sharing the resources. They're smug. They don't mind putting someone out here in the dark, and that will hurt you. And that's back to school for you, because, yeah, looking at the situation. Show me who you're dealing with here. You're dealing with a dilettante, which is someone who delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuit. It's someone here pretending to know more than they know. They have knowledge here, but they may pretend to be more than they can. What are you here? Well, you have the mystic here, which is you can be deluded by it. But you might feel as though you can unreveal what's going to happen here in this situation here. But this person may have more faces to them, or actually not. They carry a mask. Also get a little bit that you do that, right? Be mindful here how much you place yourself into, right? You will have a strength here this month to put around boxes around yourself a little bit. You're hoping for that Emperor here, right? That masculine energy. You gotta pull it from within yourself. I'm not joking here. In terms, especially in terms of how much you share of yourself, Scorpio. There will be a situation here where I see victory being a possibility here, but you know what? I actually see that it's possible that you will decide to, if you set up those bound parameters around yourself and you protect your own energies here, it will hurt you. Absolutely, it will definitely hurt you. But I really get as though it will benefit you to do that. and some of you will actually do it. Show me a soul lesson for Scorpio that we can disagree with or agree with. What do we have here? We have courage, which was what showed up before, and we have discipline. All right. Hello there, Mr. Emperor. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. But sometimes I lay cards on the table, I automatically go to under the deck. It happens so often. Courage, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I see that happening. All right? I see you facing a tough decision, even though you don't want to make the decision. Is it made for you? I can't really say if it's made for you or you're the one who's doing it. You may be the one you may actually be the one who brings this heartbreaking decision, but you're doing it with courage. Because it's time. You're not gonna like it. You are not gonna like it. But it requires this inner discipline here to move forward. Are you mad? I'm really not seeing you. I'm seeing there being negative emotions associated with it, but you're doing it. You're finding the courage here, right? You're being suggested to do it. And have discipline and claim your freedom. Scorpio, that is what I have for you. Take what you want from this, okay? And remember, this is a monthly reading, starting from this to that. And have a lovely month. I will see you when I show up eventually, and I will have a busy month. So now you know that. I'm probably not going to have time to do the mid-monthly reading, so you will have to settle with this. Have a lovely month. Take care. Ciao. Ciao.